Hey everybody, welcome to the virtual edition of M.I.L.E Mondays. Now, did I think we would be here? No. But in all transparency, yeah, the live dance thing isn't for me. And you know, for those of you that have come to my classes before, you know that the energy is always really high. So it's very, very hard to portray that, you know, through the camera, you know, through live and really through Zoom. I think the issue for me mainly is the Wi-Fi connection. So I was going back and forth, really racking my brain, trying to figure out what to do. And what I decided to do was to create these virtual dance videos for the rest of the year. So from now until December, you guys will be getting virtual classes, and they'll be in video form, so you can download them. You can watch them whenever you want and take it as much as you want, and they'll all be different, so it'll be a variety of things. I figured that would be the best way to still, you know, continue to do this, because this is something that I started in January, in the beginning of the year, with the intention of doing every month, just as a way to give back to the community. This was meant as a free workshop, right? M.I.L.E Mondays was meant to just bring the community together and just really have fun and dance, right? And of course, through the exploration of Afro, you know, stylistic dancing, right? Afro-fusion dancing. So, right, I figured the best way to bring that to you guys without it being interrupted was to give you guys a video. So there is now, so a few things, right? So not only are we not live, but we are not in person, obviously, and we won't be for some time. Unfortunately, I don't have the capacity to, you know, bring you guys together in one space. I can't do large groups, you know, and I really would hate for, you know, to expose anyone to this ridiculous virus that's going around, right? So to keep things safe, we're gonna do things this way, right? So each M.I.L.E Monday, which is the last Monday of the month, you'll receive one of these videos. It'll be about an hour long. And I'm gonna give you guys the breakdown on how this is gonna go. Okay, now this particular one is gonna be slightly different. Usually, you know, the classes are very high energy. You know, there is across the floor stuff. There's a lot of different steps, a lot of different things. So, excuse me, what's gonna be different for this particular video is we're gonna slow down a little bit, and that's gonna be for a couple of reasons that I'll go through. And if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. Yes, I need notes. Otherwise, I will go off on a tangent. We'll be here all day. That's not what we need right now. Like, I know we have time, but I don't think we have that much time. So just to give you guys a little synopsis, a lot has happened. Not just, you know, in these past 4 months, but for me personally, a lot has happened in this past year. So, you know, this lockdown situation has really given me the opportunity to sit and slow down and stop and reflect and cry. I'm a very emotional person. So, you know, the way that I express myself usually is, you know, through tears. And this has been such an emotional time, such a stressful time. I think everyone can relate to that, you know, I've been having some breakthroughs. That's really what they are. Every time I have a breakdown, it ends up being a breakthrough, which I'm so grateful for. And, you know, one of the things that I decided to do for this time that I've been home is I joined a cohort that was talking about social justice. Now, shout out to Linda Kuo of Dancers Unlimited, DU. She was the one that put this together. around the time that all of the protests were happening, everyone was looking for different things that they could do, different ways in which to be involved. And this was something that I personally thought was a great opportunity for me personally to learn. I love to learn. Any chance that I can do that, learn not just about, the world, but myself, I'm all for. So she put these groups together, and it was meant to be a study of, social justice and certainly some of the current events, but even historically, some of the things our ancestors went through, what whiteness is, what racism is, the parts that we play in it. And my particular group did a study of this through the study of water. Now, I know that sounds like, what does water have to do with any of this? But I promise you, it's the most fascinating stuff that I've learned probably in some time. And what I decided to do with this, because I learned so much at that time, was I wanted to put something together this time that was very slow and very fluid and very reminiscent of water. So all of this movement is inspired by water and inspired by the things that I learned throughout this time studying with this group. Shout out to my group. We did a presentation at the panel discussion once. This was a 4-week thing that we did. Once we were done, we were able to do a presentation at our panel discussion. So it's like a culmination of sorts. And we put together some poetry. We put a video together that we presented, which I will share with you guys also. I'll include it in the email. I'll make sure to include that so you can see what we did. And I'll put everyone's social media stuff there so you can follow them as well. But yeah, so, I learned so much from the fact that water has memory, which is an incredible thing, which I didn't know. And I'll link all of this information in there so you can see what I'm talking about. To how entire nations of people are controlled through their water supply, and just how that happens, right? So there's information in there about indigenous rights to ancient waters. There's a specific article about the Philippines. There's a documentary on water and memory, and how that imprints, just to the realization, down to the realization that, water is life. Water is alive, right? We're mostly made up of water. We're connected to it. The earth is mostly water. Water is everywhere. So it really just made me, again, slow down and be very mindful and present. And it really does make you more considerate of life and really, really down to the smallest things. And, someone who thinks that way certainly can't think in the historically, oppressive ways that this society has set up. So really, really incredible connections. And there's a whole lot more, but I won't take up more time. I want to sort of break down. So I'm going to share all of this information with you guys. It'll be in the email. And I'm also going to share some of the sources that I put together or that I looked through to put this together, right? So the video that the class that you're about to take is actually going to start with a breathing and a meditation exercise. And so nothing really fancy, just a couple of minutes in the beginning. Excuse me. Okay. Whew, okay, we're back. Yeah, so supposed to take on a flow very much like water. I want you to keep the thoughts of water as far as flow and just fluidity in general not even just in movement, but even in your breath. I want you to keep that in mind as you go through this, right? As you follow along. So there's some breathing and some meditation in the beginning. I do start off burning a palo santo. So I don't know what that's called in English. I'm sorry, but we call it a palo santo. We just, which is, I guess, a sacred wood that you burn, really just to clear the space and clear the energy. And I personally was going through, you'll see just some intentions of flow, really having water on my mind, and, thanking God for the moment, thanking God for the opportunity to, even go through this, and to just look forward to the flow of movement that was coming, and to be mindful of the breath, right? So, you can take that moment to think of whatever it is that you need to think of. However it serves you, by all means, that's what it's for. So we're going to start off with the breathing and the meditation, and the palo burning. And what we're going to do after that is we're going to go from what I call the bottom up. So we're going to start with a very light foot massage, something just to, wake up the fascia and to just kind of, knead out any tension that might be there in the arches, because we're going to, be using our feet, and, through the toes, and wiggling around a little bit. And then we're going to work our way up. So we'll work up through the knees. We'll go through some hip isolations, because we're going to be hyper focused on the pelvis today. And we're going to work our way up through the torso, the chest, work on some isolations there, the shoulders, the arms, through the head. We'll get into some stretching. And we really won't raise it up too high. So if you're looking for more of like a cardio workout, then this probably won't give you that, but it will absolutely give you a nice stretch. It'll give you, your heart rate will certainly go up, but it just won't be a crazy type of workout how we usually do. But it's a very nice stretch, very smooth. It's about 25 minutes. You can certainly just do that on its own. It's very useful on its own. If it's the morning time and you want to use it to start off your day, by all means, go ahead. And so once we work through that whole entire warm-up, and because this is a video, feel free to stop it or pause it and, go get some water, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to do. And then we move on to the actual combo. So we're gonna go through some steps, nothing too complicated. And this is gonna be done to some rainforest water drums. It's actually a really nice rhythm. Nothing too heavy, a very nice flow. And so the dance that we're gonna be focused on for this week is, or for this time, bear with me, y'all. This is my first time doing this. So the dance that we're gonna be focused on is called Yankiri. Now this particular dance is very feminine, very fluid. It is not only done by women, but the movement is very fluid, and it is meant to be a seductive dance. So if that gives you any kind of indication, there's a lot of hip movement, a lot of rotation, a lot of undulations. But the point of this is to move through it like a flow, right? So think of water as you do it. The reason I chose to do this particular style to this sound is because of that fluidity and that flow. So this is not meant for you to work hard at all. This should feel very easy, and it should come through very naturally. Certainly I'd be happy to, if you have any extra questions or any additional questions to this, I'd be happy to answer those questions. This for now, I'm just doing as just a flow. There really is no stopping point. You can certainly stop at any point and rewind it if you need to see something again. It is meant for that. I do things really, really slow. The combo itself isn't fast at all. So this should go through really, really nicely. And just to give some more stuff, Yankari is actually, it starts off very, very mellow and slow, and it's actually paired up with another rhythm called Makaru. And at that point, the tempo or the speed of the drumming goes way up. It's a very, very high energy dance. I'll include some more sources about this so you can get some more back stories, some more history. There's a blog post that I found actually that I'll share with you guys. But yeah, this comes from Guinea. It is done by the Susu people. And again, it's just meant to be like a very seductive dance. So when you do it, really, really think about like, you know, the isolations and the movement in the pelvis. You know, if you want to make it very feminine, absolutely do that. If you are not feeling very feminine, then don't think femininity, just think fluidity, think water, think flow, right? So I'll go through that, and you know, the whole combo certainly will be there. That's about another half hour. And again, you can go through that however you want, as frequently as you want, rewinding or pausing as you see fit. The other note that I want to make is in these past 4 months, right, that we've all been quarantined and separated from each other, you know, along with all of this discovery that I was, you know, or all of the studying that I was doing as far as water and social justice and everything like that with what's going on. For me, very personally, I've been on some self-healing, spiritual, and what Linda has coined re-indigenization journeys, right? So this idea of moving away from colonialism and really westernized ways of thinking, and not necessarily moving away from it, but in an effort to dismantle those things, my belief is that it has to start from within. You know, and my role in all of this has really just been to put a hyper focus on myself and my own thoughts, and, you know, my own behavioral patterns, my own language, you know, how I speak and how I come off, my own emotions, you know, my own relationships. Like, all of these things are things that have come up for me. And so this is a very personal journey that I'm honestly excited to share with you guys, because it was such an enlightening thing, an enlightening moment. It's bringing me to a place of real peace and joy. And so with that, I just want to say that I will start to include a lot more things into not just even my classes, but my life, right? As a lifestyle. One of those things being, I've included some Native American music in the warm-up that you'll see, and I'll include a playlist as well of all this music. The only music that I can't actually give you guys is the water drums, because I actually don't have, sorry, my mic is falling down. I actually don't have that source. That was given to me through a mentor that I had previously. Her name is Kyra Johnson of New Beginnings Performing Arts Studio. She actually, you know, gave me that music, and it's stuck on my iPad and I can't even take it out. So that's where it lives. So I just use it here and there. So I'm sorry I can't provide that, but, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of water music on YouTube. Actually, we came across a lot of water sounds as, you know, me and my group were researching for our video that you're gonna see hopefully and love and enjoy. But yes, I've been doing a lot of studying into my own ancestry. Whoever doesn't know me, for anyone who's new, or even if you do know me and don't really know me, I'm American, but my parents are from the Dominican Republic. So I have a lot of ancestry from West Africa and from Native American, which specifically is Taino-Arawak. So I've been doing a lot more, you know, studying. There's been some studying I've done in the past, but doing a lot more recently. So you know, hopefully this is a way for me to sort of bring in all of the things that I am just as an individual, as a person, and, you know, share it with you guys in a package that I feel is going to be beneficial or helpful in some ways. I have my chakra earrings on today. I've been doing a lot of reading on energies and, you know, just really trying to connect with the planet and all of that stuff. So this is stuff that I'm just, you know, in my journey learning and just excited to share with you guys. So this video today is going to be extra long, obviously, because of this super long explanation. The other ones will have this extra stuff in the beginning. I'll say 1 or 2 words, but I won't take up much of your time. But yeah, so without further ado, I will include all of the sources in the email, including the dance style, the music, all of the information about the water stuff that we studied in case you're interested in that. I will share the video that my group did for the project, so you guys can see that. Yeah, I'll share where I got these fabulous earrings from. Shout out to Taji Mag, right? Name Marie, what's up? I'll put all of that info there as well because these are fab and you need to get yourself a pair, as well as a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Any feedback is welcome. I apologize in advance if my video or my sound is off. My lighting in this apartment is not the best, but we live and we learn. Oh, the last thing that I want to add is all of this is free, right? So as long as you belong to the mailing list, you will receive these every month at the end of the month, the last Monday, on the M.I.L.E Monday for free. However, I am going to start to offer more advanced tutorials on my website. Those advanced tutorials will be available for purchase. They'll be up whenever I release the M.I.L.E Monday videos. I'll let you guys know exactly when those will be available, and all of this is open to the public, so please feel free to share this. Feel free to send it to whoever. You know, just make sure that they join the mailing list so that if they're interested in getting more, they can just receive it themselves for the next, I don't know, for the next however long the world's gonna be burning for, because this is where we are. Anyway, y'all have fun. Yeah.
Negra, date pronto, hay cosas por hacer. Para empezar el día, una taza de café. Un rayo de sol te hace envejecer. Negra, date pronto. Hay cosas por hacer. Hay cosas por hacer. Hay cosas por hacer. Entra en el cuarto y métete en la cama. Musita en mi oído la cosa que tú tramas. Un rayo de sol Oye, negra, ay, mi negra. Oye, negra, cosa por hacer. Oye, negra, ay, mi negra. Oye, negra, cosa por hacer. Ay, levántate, una tacita de café, mi negra. Ay, levántate, una tacita de café. Ay, levántate, qué cosa por hacer. Ay, levántate, qué cosa por hacer.
together. Ball change together. And ball change, step, ball change, step, ball change, step, ball change, step. That's it, y'all.